State Representative Jeremy Munson is drafting a bill to remove the offense for expired license tabs to reduce the amount of traffic stops. Holly Bernstein speaks to Munson about his goals for the bill and talks to Democrats for their response.
A lot of people have been asking to reduce the number of interactions between law enforcement and civilians, and there's a lot of primary offenses that can trigger being pulled over. Having license tabs properly displayed doesn't improve public safety.
Representative Jeremy Munson announced on Tuesday morning that he is drafting a bill to remove the offense for expired license tabs.
And we want our officers focused on public safety, and so they shouldn't be the tax collectors for the state. I did hear complaints in the last year with the backlog of license tabs being sent out by the DMV that so many people were receiving fines and penalties for not displaying their tabs.
He says the recent shooting of Daunte Wright brought the conversation to focus.
So I think it was an opportune time in light of this tragedy to introduce this legislation and have a good conversation around it.
He adds the bill is meant to focus the police's efforts on public safety. DFL Representative Luke Frederick responded to the proposal, saying the DFL is focused on social justice reform.
License tab reform and not being able to have that as a reason to get pulled over has certainly been part of that conversation.
Frederick says the DFL has been working on a similar bill through the lens of social justice.
I think with the goal of that law enforcement officers not being able to just pull over someone for that, or if something else were to happen to use that as an excuse that they pulled over. I think there's concerns or fear.
While the third committee deadline has already passed, Munson says it is still possible to introduce the bill as an amendment to an existing piece of legislation. Holly Bernstein, KEYC News Now.
Representative Munson says he is also drafting a bill to create permanent license tabs for older vehicles.